Hi guys, today's video I am going to cover how to implement role and permissions in Laravel 12 starter kits because lots of users have requested to me like implement role and permissions module so we can go through with Laravel 12 starter kit. So I already have implemented, and before start to step by step I want to show you the demo. So let me go here and I am logging as a super admin over here and click on users. You can see that there is a what user have attached the roles I have displayed, and go to the roles. You can see that what permission that role have. Okay, so first of all I will create demo role. So I will just say demo role, and I will give just role view and product view permission. Click on submit. You can see that it's created a new role over here. Now let me go to the users and create new user and just use the fact filler, and I will keep simple the password what I can remember, and I will choose demo role what we have and click on submit. You can see that user has created and this is the user, and go to the new window. So go here and open the application, go to the login and remove the space and just log in 1 2 3 4 5 6 and just log in. You can see that right now I have a users, roles and products. If I click on roles, I can just see show button because I have just given view permission. Same thing for the product, I can just see show page. Okay, show button. Okay, so now let me go here and go to the roles. Let's play with it. And if I go and I want to give all the permission and click on it, and if I go and refresh it, you can see that I can also view edit and delete button as well. Okay, same thing if I go and edit, I just don't want to give any role permission. If I go here and refresh, you can see that it's also removed from here. And even if I say just roles, okay, and hit enter, you can see that user does not have a right permission, so it's make sure like permission is working perfectly fine. So let me go here and I want to give create and edit, not delete. Okay, just save it and refresh it. I can access but I cannot see the delete. So same thing you can like this is very simple demo, and same thing I'm going to show you the step by step on say like this way. Okay, so let's get started with the fresh Laravel application. So let me close this. Okay, and let me close this as well and go to the terminal. Okay, and just remove this, just clear it. Okay, and remove this all the tabs that what I have just created. Okay, just go back. Okay, and now I'm going to start. Okay, so I will just say Laravel new, and it is asking for the project name, so I will say Laravel roles. Okay, and then it is asking for which starter kit you want to choose. I'm going to go with Livewire and keep basic authentication system of Laravel and paste as a testing framework. And let's wait a moment to download fresh Laravel 12 application with starter kit install. Okay, so let's wait a moment. Okay, now you can see that it is also asking to the npm install. I will say yes. Okay, so let's wait a moment to download all npm dependencies. Okay, that's great. Now let me go here, Laravel test roles. Yeah, and let me clear it. Okay, now let me go to my VS Code editor. Go here and open the folder of the project. So go here and Laravel roles. Okay, first of all I will go to the env and change the database connection. By default Laravel has SQLite. I'm going to use MySQL and just comment it out. And I have already created roles, Laravel underscore roles database, and root my password, save it. And let's double check php artisan migrate. So let's run all the tables. Yeah, nothing to migrate, save it. Okay, and just click on that. Maybe something happen over here. Yeah, I'm already roles, and go to the table plus, hit refresh. It's nothing, maybe it's roles. Okay, it should be a just role. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me go php artisan migrate, and if I go and hit refresh, you can see that by default all the tables are created that Laravel provides. Okay, and let me go here, php artisan. So our application is running over here, and now let me go to the browser and localhost, go to register. Okay, and I will use the fact filler for now, just use and click to create account. Okay, Yeah, now you can see that there is a simple dashboard over here and with the login over here. Okay, firstly I will create users module, so in setup delete for that. So let me go here and open new tab over here and just say php artisan mac livewire, and I will say users slash inside the user folder I will create user index, because I will create a separate livewire class for edit like index, edit and create and view as well. So hit enter and you can see over here I have created users inside user index.php livewire model. So go here and go to the app livewire, and inside the users folder user index file over there. Okay, and then let me go here, resource views livewire, and inside users folder and user index over here. Okay, so first of all I will just copy this heading. Okay, I am not going to do anything over here, just copy and paste, and I will just say users and manage all your users, something like that title. And let me go to the component layouts app and sidebar. I'm going to add that link as well. So I will just say before first I think I need to create the link, so let me create the route for it. So go here before to do that, so I will just say route get users and then user index what we have created. Okay, and I will also provide the name users dot index, save it. Okay, and now let me go to the sidebar and add the link. Okay, so icon I will keep users, because heroic icon Laravel by default using users, and then users dot index is route, and just scroll it and just say users dot index. Okay, and here I will say just users, save it. Okay, and now let me go here and I need to refresh it, so I will keep open npm run dev, so it's automatic run dev. Okay, so I don't have to do so many things. Okay, refresh it, and if I click on users you can see that users, your all users. Okay, over here, and here I'm going to display. Okay, so let me go here and go to the blade file, create new div, and I will use the Tailwind css table. So this is the sample table, so I don't have to write all the css manually. Okay, and just refresh it and you can see that there is a beautiful tables are coming over here. So let me go here and just say id name column, and I will email and not actions, action I will keep. Okay, and save it on. This is great, and also I will define the width, I think around 80 pixel maybe. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, now what I will do also, just copy this and I'm adding one more button first of all, like create user, because this is important. So let me change the color and just say green. Okay, and refresh, you can see that create user, and make me some space between users button and table. So I will just say empty 4. You can see that now if I click on create user it should be redirect to the create page. Okay, so first of all I need to create new liveware component user create. Okay, and now let me go here and you can see that inside my livewire component user create over here. Okay, same thing if I go here, so proper manage, we are going to manage CRUD model for like users like index create. Same thing, let me go to the route file user slash create. Okay, and then I will just use user create what we have and just create it, save it. Okay, now let me go and just instead of button I'm going to use a tag. Okay, and just provide the link. Okay, so just say route, and here I'm going to say users create and save it. And if I click on create user you can see that there is a blank page but it's working perfectly fine. So let me go here and then I will just copy this and just paste it over here. I don't want to use this table, remove this, and instead of create user I will just say back button. Okay, and this route I'm going to change index and manage like users. Instead of that I'm going to say just create user, and here I will say just create user like just form for create new user. Okay, and go here, you can see that form for create new user, just the dummy title I have just given, but you can do more. Okay, and now let me go and create a form. Okay, and I will use the form and remove this action for now, and I'm just okay. Laravel also using Flux library, so I'm going to use the Flux library for input and go to the, I already have a link saved, so let me go input. Okay, and click on it. You can see that here they given the example, but they already given the single example over here, and I will just say label will be name. Okay, and I will define the place holder, and let's see name. Okay, and save it. Okay, if I go here, you can see that name, but there is a not spacing properly. Same thing, I just need to add class over here, and that's class is empty 6 and space. So every input module, they automatically make the spacing proper. Okay, this is for input. Same thing, I will take also email, and placeholder will be email, and I will also define type for it, like type is email because of name was with by default input. Save it. Okay, and refresh. You can see that name email over here. Same thing, let me go here to the, first of all, inside the like user create class, I will define livewire variable name email. Okay, and I will also take the password, and I will also take the confirm password. Okay, and save it. Okay, and now let me bind it as well, so just wire model, just name, same for email, and I will do for password. Okay, and label will be password, and type will be password, so no one can view, and placeholder will be password. Okay, same thing, I will just say model will be confirm password. Okay, label will be confirm password. Okay, type will be password, but placeholder, let me change it to confirm password. Okay, save it. Okay, and at the end I also need required a button, so let me go to again Flux library and just search for the button. From the sidebar, I don't know why it's not coming. Yeah, button, if I click on it, you can see that they also provide the primary, danger, and all the button. I will keep primary button, so copy this, just paste it over here, and I will just say submit button. Okay, save it. Now let me go here, and you can see that there is a beautiful design and have implemented like simple form with like we can create name, email, and password. This is long input, but I can make it short. So let me go here, and I will just say class, sorry, not here, I'm going to just define the class w100. Yeah, now it's short, make it 150, so that will be perfect. Yeah, now it's perfect. Okay, so you can see that name, email, and password, confirm password. Now I will create a new function, so when you submit, wire submit, call submit method. Okay, so I am going to create user create class, and then here I'm going to create like submit method, remove this, and first of all I will define the validation, validate. Okay, and then define the validation name, I will keep required, and same for the email, required, and then email, it should be a email, we already use the type email, but double check. Okay, and then password, right now I'm just say required, not min max or anything I'm going to do. Okay, and then it should be same as confirm underscore password. Okay, save it, and let's check validation is working fine or not. Refresh it and click on it. Yeah, there is nothing. Let me go here, and why did that types of happening? So let me keep console open, refresh it, and click. Yeah, because let me go here and go to the user create. Here maybe we don't define type should be submit, because by default button will be button, there is no type submit. Refresh it and click on submit. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, you can see that like the password field is required and password field must be matched with confirm password. Okay, now if everything is fine, then there should be a create new user. Okay, so let me go and I will just say user, and I will take user from user model and create. Name I will take from these name, then email I will take from these email variable, and password we need to hash mac so that encrypted. Okay, and then I just take from these password field. Okay, this is perfectly fine. After that, return to route. Okay, and what route? So users dot index, and I will also pass the success message, like simple success message, success, and that like user created. Save it. Okay, so that means user will create, redirect to the users dot index, and let me go to the index and let me display the session alert. I already created a snippet for that. Save it. So success message. And now let me go here and use refresh it, and fact filler, let me use it and click on create. You can see that user created over here, so that means this is perfect. Let me go here to the table plus refresh. You can see that they have created a new user over here. Okay, but I also want to display over here that user, so let me go here, go to the user index again, and here I will say users, user model get, so that means it's all, and I will also pass as a compact users. Okay, now let me go to the users index.blade file, and just what I need to use for each attribute, users dollar users I mean, and just user. Okay, and just put it over here and make the proper format. Okay, so just yep, here this is perfect, and refresh. Here I'm going to display the id from the user object id, and then user name. Okay, and then just over here user email. Save it. Okay, now let me go refresh. You can see over here that's name and email are displaying over here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do the next is edit page. If I click on edit, that should be open the edit page, and we can change the name and email and password also. Okay, so let me go here and create the livewire component for it. So edit, yeah, you can see that it's created inside the users folder. So let me go here. You can see same thing. I am going to inside a route file. I will just take the id, then I will say edit and user edit and user dot edit. Save it. Okay, now let me go to the index blade file again. I need to add the url over there so we can go there. So let me go index, and here instead of button I'm going to use a tag. Okay, and then href I will use route what I created, users dot edit, and then user id I have just passed. Save it. Okay, and now let me go and refresh it, click on edit. You can see that I have redirect, but there is a blank page because we haven't do anything yet. Okay, so let me go here, and I already created a form, so I will just copy the create form of the users and go to the edit and just paste it. Okay, so I'm not going to nothing. So here just create user, I will just say edit user and form for edit user. Save it, and back button is fine and rest of all fine for now. Okay, now let me go here and go to the edit. First of all I need to define the variable name, email and password and confirm password. Okay, and then I'm going to create new function called mount function. So before this livewire class load, this function will load. So that's also because we have passed here. If I go into here, we have passed the id, so I'm going to get the id on mount function. So let me go here and let me close this. Okay, so it's not going to, yeah, here I'm going to say id. Okay, and here also I'm going to define new variables called user, and just say this user, and here user colon find. I will find the $id from the id, and then I will just add like name, and I will take the name from this user name. Okay, and save it. Same thing for the email. I'll just take the email from user object, save it. Okay, now let me go and let's see. You can see edit user, and this is the name and this is the email address. So this is perfect. Okay, now let me go and create the submit method because we already defined there. Okay, so copy the submit method from the create user create file and go here, and because we already have to implement this all validation, just password will be not required. Okay, so remove this and then I will just say $this user name equal to $this name. Okay, same thing for the email. I'll just say email. Okay, and then I will check if there is a password $this password, because password is not required, we haven't have set this user password. But if your user is adding, then hash mac $this password, and at the end I'm going to save it. Okay, this user, I want to keep it simple, so save it, and message I'm going to change is user updated. Okay, save it. That's perfect. Now let me go here and I'm just dot and click on submit. You can see that. So that means user updated is working perfectly fine. Okay, now what I need to do the next is for delete. Okay, so if I go and delete, then it should be remove the user. Okay, so let me go here. Okay, and go to the index. So let me remove this. Okay, so it's don't interfere. So yeah, make it the clear. Okay, so let me go index, and here I will just say wire click and delete. Okay, and I also need to pass the user id, so I will just say user id. Okay, and I will create a new method function delete, and passing as id, just debug it. Okay, I'm able to get it or not, just refresh and click on delete. You can see that I am able to get it, but before confirmation I cannot delete, so we must need to implement the confirmation box. So I'm going to use default Laravel livewire also provide the confirmation. So let me go here and I will just say wire confirm, are you sure to remove this user, save it. This is perfect. If I refresh it and if I say delete, you can see that are you sure to remove this user? No. If I say yes, then you can see that now it's allowed to go to that class method. Okay, this is perfect. It's simple, but you can use like maybe like a sweet alert or whatever you want to use. Okay, so then I will just say user find $id, and then I will just say user delete, save it. Okay, if everything fine, let me refresh it and click on delete. Yes, you can see that record is deleted. We can also display the message. So session, because flash success, and I will say user deleted. Okay, save it, but let me create a new user. So yeah, create it. Let me create another user as well, so maybe some users over here, and now I am able to delete that. Okay, so if I click on it and click on delete, user deleted. So user deleted is also working perfectly fine. Okay, now let me add a view as well. So let me go and create user show. Okay, and it's created a new Laravel class and blend file. So let me go here and go to the route, get method, and just remove this user show. Okay, and just say show. Okay, save it. We are also able to send the id, save it. Okay, now let me go to the index again and just copy this, just paste it, and we are using to use show, save it. Okay, now let me go here, refresh. You can see over here edit, but it should be say show. Now perfectly fine, but there is no spacing. So let me go here and mr2, maybe 1 we can keep. Yeah, now perfectly fine the space, but button is the same color. So let me change it as well. So it should be like something different, whatever color you can use it, but I will use gray for now. This is simple. Okay, and if I click on show, it's showing nothing right now. But let me go here and copy the edit code and just go and paste it over here. I will just say show user, and this page is for show user. Okay, save it. Back button is perfectly fine. I don't want to do this all. Okay, save it. And first of all, I will go to the show. Okay, and here I will again use mount method, and I will get the id. Okay, and then I will define public user variable over here, make some spacing, dollar this user, and I will find the user from the id, save it. Okay, so now I can able access the user over here inside my show file. So just I will use the p tag and strong name. Okay, user name. Okay, same thing for email, just say email, save it. Okay, and now refresh, you can see, but there is no spacing. So what I'm going to do is class mt2, some spacing. I'm not going to do be a very beautiful design, just simple for you to understand. You can see over here, let me also make some space over here. Yeah, you can see that very simple page. If I click on back, you can see I can back it. Okay, yeah, maybe this color we can change it about the back color. So let me go to the create. Okay, and yeah, let me go here and just green to, I will just say blue. Yeah, this is perfect. Let me go here, same thing for the edit I need to do, and just edit and change the color. You can use any color what you want to use it, but for me blue is fine for now. Okay, here, yeah, and click on users. You can see that now we have a perfect clean setup that delete for the users. Like you can create, you can add it, you can delete, and you can show it as well. Next, I will create a product CRUD operation, so we can add permission for that. So let me go here and create a migration for it first. Okay, so PHP artisan Mac migration. Okay, and it is asking for the name, so I will say just create products table. Okay, and it's created a new migration over here. So let me go to editor and just go to the database migration, and you can see that here I am going to add string data type with name column. Okay, and then text data type for detail. Okay, and save it. Okay, let me run the migration, PHP artisan migrate, and let me create model for it. So PHP artisan Mac model, and I will say just product. Okay, and let me go here, and you can see inside the models they created a product model, and here I will just say protected fillable. Okay, and here let me define the column name, so name and detail, save it. Okay, now what I will do, I will create the CRUD operation for this product module. So let me go, and what we did exactly for users, so I will create all the all the like livewire component for products. So products slash product index, yeah, and then for create, and then for edit, and then for show. Okay, what we exactly did for users, so let me do it quickly. So let me go here and create route. What we did done for users, just copy this, paste it over here, and instead of users I will just say products. Okay, and let me change this all the classes. Okay, product index. Okay, then for create, product create class, and then product edit. Okay, and then product show, and save it. So that means all the routes that we defined for users, same routes we defined for products. Okay, save it, and let me go to the sidebar. So let me close this unused file. Okay, so let me go resource, views, and components, and layout, app, and sidebar. I'm going to add product menu. So just Control D, and here I'm going to use list bullet icon. Okay, and do it for products dot index, and if there is products dot index, then selected products. Okay, and let me go here and just say products. Okay, save it. Okay, let me go here, and yeah, just I need to log in again, so I have to sign up and just fake filler and click on create account. You can see here I have just added products over here and click on it. Right now we don't have a nothing. Okay, so now let me go, and I will just copy and paste from the users because we already know what we need to do. Okay, so let me close first this all the files so it's not going to confuse us. Okay, and now let me go for products index, and here I'm going to get all the products first. Okay, product route get all, and let me pass in compact products. Okay, and save it, and now let me go to the index for the users index. So I will just copy the entire file, and then go to the products index file. Okay, just paste it. Okay, and from the top you can see here just say products. Okay, manage all your products. Okay, and then for the create, we already created route for products create, and create product, save it. Okay, and then we pass products variable over here, and I will just change it user to product. Okay, and we have a id, name, and then detail. Okay, so rest of all I will keep, and here for show route I have created products.show. For edit, products.edit, and for delete we are going to change later. Okay, so save it. Okay, and now let me go here, and you can see that create product, we don't have a right now product, so it's not showing over here. And if I click on create product, right now we don't have anything. So same thing, I will go for create user, and same thing I will define this all the variable over here. Okay, create product, and then we just need to define detail because we have a just name and detail, two columns over there. Okay, and then for the yeah, go to the user create and copy the entire blade file and create product page, paste it, and just create product and create new product. And then you can see that products.index is the back URL. Okay, and then confirm password and email, we don't have any field, just we have one text area because right now we used input, so I will just say text area. Okay, and detail, and we don't have need to pass the type, and just say detail. Okay, save it. Okay, now let me go, you can see here like name and detail and submit button. Okay, same thing, let me go here and go to the user create class, just copy this and go to the product create, pasted this submit method, and we have name that already required, and then we have a detail field. Okay, so let's say just detail, and then user create. Instead of user, I will just say product create. Okay, and we don't have a password. Detail, and just say detail, save it, and same thing redirect. I need to do products dot index, and then you can see for the success message I need to say just product, save it. Okay, and refresh, and if I click on it, validation is working fine, and use the fact filler and just click on submit. You can see that the name and the email over here showing, but let me go here, go to the index, product index, and just see detail, save it. Okay, and now you can see that it's become detail, so that means create and listing are properly working fine. Same thing, let me go and click on edit. It's not working over here because let me go and copy this create product over here, and just go to edit, paste it, and just say create product, edit product, and form for edit product. Okay, and then back URL is perfectly fine, and rest of all perfectly fine over here. Same thing, let me go to the livewire class and edit here. Let me define public variable. First I will define product variable, then I will define name, then I will define detail. Okay, and then function, and I will use mount what we done for user, and just we are getting the ID over there, and just product find. Okay, find from the ID. Okay, if we have a product, this product, and then I will just say name, I will get from the product object. Same thing for detail. Yeah, this is perfectly fine, and save it. And now let me go, and you can see here that's already fillable name and detail over here. Okay, same thing, I will go to the user edit submit method. I will copy that submit method, and here I am going to just paste it. Okay, and I'm going to change the validation rules. I will just say required for detail, and then name equal to name. It's not a user, it's just product. Okay, product name equal to this name, and product detail equal to this detail variable. Okay, we don't have a password for product, so remove this, and I will say just product. Okay, and then products dot index, so redirect after that, and just say product updated, save it. Okay, now let me go, and I will just change it and click on submit. You can see over here product updated successfully. Let me also do it for the delete. So before that, I'm going to create a new product over here, fact filler, and just click. You can see delete button. So let me go here, and what in user index we does, just copy that and go to the product index. I'm going to copy because it's just simple for example we are going to do, so that's why. Okay, so product, okay, find and product variable, and after that product deleted, save it. Okay, and if I click on delete, are you sure you want to remove this user? Instead of user, I will say product. Okay, so let me go here, product index, change the message over here, save it. Okay, and if I click on delete, yeah, you can see that product deleted. Same thing I need to do for show method. So let me go here, and what we have done for user, just copy this entire thing and just paste it for product, and I will change the variable product. Okay, and then product model find and store into the product, save it. Okay, same thing, I will copy the entire show page of user and paste it to the product show page, and here I will say product. Okay, then product and user in products dot index, and name will be coming from product. Okay, and details coming from product detail. Save it. Okay, now let me go here and click on show page. You can see that name in detail. Right now we keep simple, and this module we are going to use for a permission, and I can show you the demo. Next, we are going to use Laravel Spatie roles and permission composer package to manage role and permissions. So let me go here and Google it. So just go to the Google Laravel Spatie roles and permissions, Laravel permission composer package. You can see that. So if I go to the install in Laravel, they have provided how to install it, and they have a proper documentation about how to use middleware, how to use in blade and conditions and all the things. Okay, so let's see what we need, and we are going to use that, but you can study it in detail if you want. Okay, so first of all, for install the permission, we need to use this command to install Laravel permission package. So copy and just let me clear it and paste it. Okay, and it will take some time to install Spatie Laravel permission package. Okay, that will help us to manage roles and permission and so on. Okay, and now you can see that installed, and next command is, you can see that publish the configurations file. So that means configurations files and routes file. Okay, sorry, migrations file. Okay, so copy this and just run it, and you can see that it's created this configuration file. So let me go here into the VS Code editor, and let me close these all for now. Yeah, and let me go to the config, and inside the config there is a permission.php file, and they have all the things managed, like where is their permission model and where is the role model and what is the table's name, like roles and permissions. If you want to modify, then you can change it, but right now we want to keep same for this example, but you can customize as well. Okay, and the next thing, you can see that they have already provided, like created a migrations file and all for the all the tables. Okay, so let me go here and go to the database migration, and at the end you can see over here they have already created a migration for permissions, for roles, and for all the tables. Okay, so let me run the migration. Okay, php artisan migrate. Okay, and you can see that migration is run. Let me go to the table plus and hit refresh. You can see over here there is a roles table, you can see with the name and with the guard. Okay, same thing if I go to the permission, you can see the permission name with the guard. Okay, and then you can see role has a multiple permission, so there is another table they have created. And then you can see model has a permission, so that means like user directly have a multiple permission, and same thing model has a role, so user can connect it to the multiple roles. So you understand they have automatically created this all the tables, and they have already implemented relationship as well, so we just need to use it. Okay, now next what I'm going to create, I will define our own some permissions for roles module and for product module. So like we when we create role, at that time we can choose that permission. So let me create cedar for it. Okay, so remove it, php artisan mac cedar and permission cedar. Okay, and it's created a cedar file over there, and just let me close it and go to the database. Cedar and permission cedar. Here I am going to define the permission. Okay, and I will define the permissions like role dot view. Okay, and role dot create, and then role dot edit, and then role dot delete. Okay, so that means we can manage, if user has a create permission, they can create a role. If they have a delete permission, they can delete the role. They have edit permission, they can edit the role. Same thing I want to do for product. So copy this and just paste it, and just instead of role I will just say product. Okay, save it. And then what I need to do is, let me go here, go to the documentation, and if I click on basic use, okay, here you can see that how you can create the permission. And this is the model. By default they have already created model, because if you go here, you don't found the model. So let me go, you can see you don't have, but they have already created over here. So now let me go and create this permission. So for each permissions. Okay, and then I'm going to use this permission create, and then array I will just pass the name dot value. Okay, save it. Okay, now let me run this seeder. Okay, so php artisan db colon seed and permission seeder, hit enter. You can see that seeder is done. Let me go to the table plus and go to the permission. You can see that we have all the permission have created over here. Okay, next I will create a role module where you can create a role with with multiple permissions. So let me go here and create a live wire module for it. Okay, so php artisan mac livewire and roles slash role index. Okay, and you can see that role index is created. Let me go here and let me remove this one and go to the route file, not console, it's web.php. Okay, and just copy this and roles, role index and roles. Okay, save it, and let me go here and in sidebar let me add this option. Okay, layout app sidebar, and here let me add the link. Okay, so I'm going to use the icon call link slash. Okay, you can use the different one, but for now I'm going to use this one, roles dot index, roles dot index, and here just I will say role. Okay, save it. Okay, now you can see that they have added roles. If I click on it, there is a blank page right now. Same thing, I will go here and I will copy the users index page for now. So just go here and yeah, let me close this one so it's not going to confuse us. Users index, and just copy this. Okay, and then go to the roles index, just paste it, and from the top I will say roles, and manage your all roles. Save it, and then I will change it later this all. Okay, so role, and here I am going to just display name for now, and then I will display the permissions. Save it. Okay, and now let me go here. You can see that users variable undefined. So let me go to the livewire roles and role index. Here I will get all the roles. Okay, and I will use role permission model. You can see that I am going to use Spatie permission models role. Okay, and get all. Okay, so get, and at the end compact, and I'm going to pass all the roles. Okay, save it, go to the index file and just change to the roles, and instead of user I will just say role. Save it. Okay, now let me go here. Right now we don't have any role, so it's nothing, but when you click on create, it should be a create role page where you can select the multiple permission and give the role name. Okay, so let me go here and create new livewire component for it. Okay, just say create. Okay, and go to the here I will just say create. Okay, role create and roles dot create. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me go here, and what exactly we done for create user, I will just copy this form. Okay, and just paste it to the user create blend file and create role. Okay, and create new role, and back button will be roles.index, and I don't want anything over here, just keep the name. Save it. Okay, now let me go here and click on create role. You can see it's redirect over here because let me go to the index file. Here we need to change it roles.create because we created a new route, and click on create role. You can see that now we have a name. So name we can define it, but we also need to get all the permission, and there should be a checkbox and display. So what I'm going to do, just go here, role create, and I will define public variable that's called name because we also require the name, and then I'm going to say all permissions. Okay, and then I will just use mount. So before call this class, it execute this function. Okay, so what I will do, just get all the permission from the permission model. Okay, save it. Okay, and then I'm going to display this all the permission over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I will use the Flux library that already Laravel does, checkbox. So here is the checkbox. If I go and I want to use group, so just copy this code and I'm going to just paste it over here. Okay, then I will take another variable. Let me go to the role create, and that's called permissions. Okay, and this is also variable name. I need to just bind it over here and give the label permissions. Okay, and then let me remove this all, just keep one, and I will just loop over here for each loop, for each, and all dollar all permissions. Okay, and item will be permission. Okay, and put this inside. Okay, just paste it, home space, and remove this one. Okay, and label will be name, what we have in permission in Cedar view, what we have given. Okay, permission name, and value also I will keep the same. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me go here and go to our application. Yeah, you can see that there is a problem with for each loop and all the permission as a permission that's null given. So let me go here, and what is the problem? So let me define as a, yeah, and same thing I also need to define in array. Okay, because this all in array. Save it. Okay, now let me go here, and you can see that right now I don't have any permission. Why? Because all maybe get it. Save it, and let me go and refresh. You can see that now nothing. One thing I have missing, so let me go. It should be not directly the variable, just say this all permission. So that means inside that variable that assign. Save it. Okay, now let me go here, and you can see here there is all the list of permission that we have here. It is displaying like name, and you can see that view, create, edit, delete, and all. Okay, now I can choose, you can see, and if I click on submit, that should be a create a new role. So let me go here and create a submit method. Okay, so same thing, I will go to the users and create, I will just copy this. Okay, so I don't have to worry about this thing. Yes, and validate name, and I will also pass the unique name, so it should be also unique. Unique will have a table name roles, and column will be name, so name will be unique. And for permission I will just say required. Okay, so yeah, this is the variable. Let me copy it if I made a mistake. Yeah, and then what I need to do, I need to create role. Okay, role colon. Okay, create. Okay, and then how can I create? So let me go to the documentation, and you can see that you just need to give the name. So let me go here, just say name, and what is the name I can get from these name. Okay, after creating the role, we need to synchronize all the permission to this role, like we need to assign all the permission to that role, so let me go here and go to the documentation. Below you can see here synchronize permissions. Okay, so same thing, just copy and paste here, paste it. Yeah, that's perfect. And let me go after submit, it should be redirect to the roles dot index and role created. Okay, save it. Okay, yeah, it should be a permission. Yeah, this permission, save it, but double check it is coming or not. Okay, I think it's coming. Save it. Okay, and let me go here and just first copy this too. Okay, and just click on submit. Role dot index is not provided, so let me give roles. Save it, and second. Okay, and choose these two and click on submit. You can see that role created first is also created, but just not redirected. Same thing, it's created, but here you can see that I have not displayed the permissions. So let me go and display that permission. Okay, so go to the role and permission here, because we don't have an email, So what I'm going to do is over here, if condition, if role has a permission, because there is already automatic defined by the Spatie Composer package, this all relationship. Okay, if there, then what I'm going to do, I will take the design from the page, okay, and click here, and I will display the permission on this page default. Okay, home, save it, and for each, just all the permission and dollar, save it. Okay, and then permission dot name, and let me move it. Okay, save it. Okay, now let me go here, and you can see that right now we have a two role.view, product.view. So this is perfectly fine, but I have used n plus have an issue if directly I'm going to use here. So let me go to the role index, and just I will do with and pass the all permission. Okay, so we can use eagle loading, save it. Okay, and you can see it's working perfectly fine. Now let me go and do it for the edit. If I click on edit, it should be again I can change the permission or the role name. Okay, so let me go, and let me show you as well in database, so you can also, it can be help. Okay, so let me go and roles. You can see that this is the role created and role has a permission, so that also attach over here properly, you can see. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, and now role dot for the edit. Okay, created the component, and let me go to the blade file, and here I will just say id edit and role edit, roles dot edit, save it. Okay, and now let me do it for like what we does for just role create, same thing I need to do for role edit. Just paste it and edit role, form for edit role. Okay, rollback is fine and everything rest of all is fine. Okay, now let me go and same thing what does for create. I will just copy the entire variable. Okay, for edit, because we need to define the name, all permissions and permissions, but for the mount I can get the id. Okay, because id we have a parameter, and same thing I will also pass role variable. And then what I'm going to do is this role model. Okay, colon find, I will find from the id, save it. Yeah, and then this name I will take from the role object, save it. Okay, now let me go here and click on edit. It's goes to the user redirect, but let me change the route name over there. So let me go here into the role index, roles.edit, click on edit, and now you can see that permission not found. So let me go and role edit, because we have copy and paste, so that's why save it. And you can see that now you can see first, and but permission are not going to selected. So what I need to do is just do for permission role and permissions, I can get all the permission, and I will say just pluck and pluck with the name. Okay, save it. So that means this all is selected, permission will by default selected over here. And now next what I need to do is just copy this submit method, go here, and inside edit submit method I will just paste it, keep same like for the name, product, and just not create. It should be something like this way, this role name equal to this name. Okay, and then this role should be saved. Okay, this is all fine. Role variable will be coming from this role. Okay, save it. This is perfectly fine. Now let me go here and just I'm adding these two. Okay, and click on submit. You can see that this name is already taken because we have implemented unique validation. So I will just comma and I will pass the ID, so it will be work with the update method. Okay, so this role and ID, third argument I need to pass ID. Okay, now let me change it again, check these two and click on create. You can see over here our update things is also working perfectly fine. Role is created but not it should not created, it should be a updated. Save, edit and delete. You can see that it's working perfectly fine. Now what I'm going to do is for delete, so I can also delete the role. Okay, so let me go here and yeah, let me go and go for index. You can see the delete method, and are you sure you want to remove this role instead of user? Save it and let me create delete method over here. So function delete and $id, and then I will get the role object from the ID. So just role find ID and role I can delete it. Once delete, then I will just use session flash message and success, and second argument I'm going to pass role deleted. Save it. Now if I click on delete, you can, are you sure you want to delete? Okay, yes, you can see that role deleted. And now same thing let me do for show. So let me go here and create the component, just say show. Okay, and let me create route for it. So go here and role show. Okay, and roles dot show. Save it, go to the role index and let me change it to roles dot show. Save it. If I go here and click on view, you can see that right now we have nothing. So let me go and just copy what we have in product. Okay, product show page, just copy this and paste it to the role show page. Save it. Okay, here I will just say roles dot index and show for role show. Save it. Okay, yeah, product is undefined because let me go here, delete this, and I will pass the role variable. Okay, so role show, and here what I'm going to do, public $role, and I will use mount. Okay, and I will get the ID on it and just say this role equal to role model colon find and find from the ID. Save it and let me go here, and still it says refresh product variable undefined show and role show. Let me go role. Yeah, perfectly fine. You can see that name are displaying. Now I also need to display the permission. So let me go here, and what exactly done in index page I need to do here, permissions. Okay, and then inside the index I'm just copy this condition. Okay, this looping statement because it's displaying, so I'm not going to do from scratch. Okay, just make it proper format, save it. Okay, now if I go, you can see that name is the first and permission is role.view, role.create and role.view. You can see over here. Now let me go back and create some role, proper role. Okay, I will create admin role and there will be all the permission. Okay, and submit it. You can see that admin have everything, but there is a design is not perfectly fine. So let me go to the index page and add some margin. Okay, one. Yep, now perfect. Okay, create a new role, and that's for a user, and user can just role view, sorry, not role view and product view. Okay, that's it, and they can create the product. Okay, then I will just say manager new role, and I will give create a new, sorry, and they can manage entire product. Okay, if I go here I can create another like a team lead, and they can create role as well, and rest of all they can manage it and submit. You can see that right now we have a multiple roles, and you can edit, delete and all the things. Next, I'm going to the users module, and when you create the user, at that time you can also choose the role. So each user have a multiple role, something like that we need to do over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, first of all, I will go to the documentation. Okay, and you can see that inside the basic uses I need to use this trait in users table, so that way we can assign multiple roles to the user. So copy this and go to, let me remove this all for now. Okay, and go to the model and then just paste it and use it over here. Okay, save it. Okay, now what I'm going to do, just go, and when you click create, you can see, let me go and go to the user create. Here I will take another variable that's called roles, like all roles. Save it. Okay, and then I will use function and mount method. So that means before load this component, I'm going to assign all the roles to this all roles variable. Okay, dollar this all roles, and I will use role model colon all. Save it. Same thing, I will also take another variable that's called public roles equal to array. Save it. Okay, yeah, this is great. Okay, now let me go here into the create page. Okay, so go to the create blend file, and here at the end I'm going to add again what we does for permission. So let me go and copy this checkbox group and just paste it over here. Okay, instead of permissions I will create roles, and I have also passed the variable that's called all roles. Okay, all roles, and just checkbox with the role name and something like this way. Save it. Okay, now let me go, and you can see that there is already created all the roles and list over here coming. So when you create the user, you just need to choose the role. Okay, and now let me go here, and here I will just add role will be required. Okay, so roles, sorry, invalidation, yeah, roles will be required. Okay, and after create the user, I will store this object to the user variable. Okay, and then if I go to the documentation and if I click on like using permission via roles, if I go, you can see that you can synchronize roles something like this way with the user. So copy this and just paste it, and I will get this array from this roles. Okay, save it. Now let me go and create a new user. Okay, and I will choose manager and the user. Okay, two role I'm going to select and submit it. You can see that user is created, and now let me go here into the database, and if I go to the model has a role, you can see over here this is the model, user model, and role id is 4 and model id is 6. That means user id is 6. You can see that two roles we selected and the database entry is correctly. Now what I need to do, go to the index method, and here after email I'm going to just say roles. Okay, and same thing, what we have a display the permissions, I have to just do same thing for user role. So go to the index and copy this condition, paste it, and I can take all the roles something like this way, roles, and from the user object, save it. And now let me go here, and you can see that first three user we don't have any role, but last user has a user and manager, these two roles. So this is like really useful. And if I go to the edit, I can also change it. Right now I don't have any options for that. Go back, click on edit, you can see. So same thing, let me go here, and yeah, for create I have defined two variables, all roles. Go to the user edit and add this public, and I will say roles equal to array. Okay, mount function is already using over here, so I just need to do for all, copy this, paste it, and use the role model, save it. But for the roles, copy. Okay, and now let me go create and go to the blade file, copy this. Okay, go to the edit, and after the confirm password, I'm going to save it. You can see that all the roles are there, but there is a no selected role. So same thing, let me go here and edit, and here dollar this roles equal to this user role. So that user has all roles, and I will get just array of the name, plug name, save it. If I go, you can see that both manager and user role is selected. And at the end, what we does for create, synchronize the permission. For edit, I will say this user, save it. Okay, and if I say team lead and click on submit, you can see that if I go edit and admin user, click on it, you can see that multiple role we can manage it over here. Okay, so you can understand how easily we can connect user to with the role. I'm going to edit this user and change the password so I can keep remember and log in. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and I just want to give just manager role and click on submit. Okay, and now let me log in as this user. So let me go here and on the new window and just log in. Okay, and here 1 2 3 4 5 6, and click on login. You can see there I can see all the menus. If I click on roles, I can see show, edit, delete, same thing for the products. But if you go to the roles and go to the manager, you can see over here they have just you role view permission, but they cannot see the create, edit and delete button as well. Same thing for the product, they can see everything, but for role right now they can see everything. So what I'm going to do, so go to again documentation and go to the blade directives. They have already provided at the red can directive, and we can use it. So copy this and go to the code. First of all, I will add the condition for role. So we have created permission for create role dot create. If they have this permission, they can they can see this button. Okay, you can see that it's gone because they don't have a permission. Okay, same thing, let me go here and for view role dot view and can. Okay, same thing for role dot edit at the rate and can. I need to do for delete role dot delete at the rate and can. Okay, save it. So you can see that now just we can see show button, edit and delete has gone. Okay, I have to also define for product. So let me go to the index page and also add condition for that, product dot create and can. Okay, and copy this, product dot view can, and same thing product dot edit can, product dot delete at the rate and can. Okay, and let's see over here, go to the products, I can see everything because I already have a permission. Okay, now let me go here. Okay, and go to as a super admin and go to the role as a manager role, go to the edit, and I don't want to give the role dot view permission as well, submit it. And now I can access the product. But if I go to the roles, you can see that I can access the roles. So this is not like a better way, right? Because otherwise user can access, they cannot see the button, but they can access the URL, right? So what we need to do, go to again the documentation, and there is a middleware. Just copy this. And first of all, you need to declare all the all the routes in that middleware. Okay, so just go here, copy this, and go to the bootstrap and app. Here I need to just paste it, so that means role permissions, role or permission, that's all the permission we need added middleware over here. Now how to use it? So go here, and they already provided for permission, so scroll down, this is the for permission. Okay, so go to the route for product, I'm going to add it middleware and permission. I will define product.view or product.create or product.edit or product.delete. This means if anyone access the user, then they can access this page. Okay, same thing, just copy this, paste it over here, and this route only can access if they have a product create permission. Okay, just copy this. This is for edit, this is for show, save it. Okay, so now you can see that this is perfectly fine. Same thing I need to define for roles, so at the end copy this, paste for index, and they can access the index page if they have a role create, role view, role edit and role delete permission. Role, okay, and copy again, role.create, role.edit, role.delete. Okay, and save it. Now let me go here, and you can see that directly user does not have the right or permission. You can see that. Same thing if I go and products, you can see that now I can access the product, but I cannot access the roles module. Same thing, let me go here and edit the manager role, and just I want to give edit, delete and view permission, submit it for the product and refresh it. You can see that the create page is not able to access. Same thing if I say just directly from the URL, hit enter, user does not have the right permission. So this is working perfectly fine. Okay, there is a one thing I want to also add is right now I don't have access for roles. Then how can I don't know why it's still showing over here. So I need to add the condition for that as well. So go to again the documentation, and yeah, you need to go here and just say, maybe I have already opened for that. Yeah, you can see this is the condition. So I will just copy this and go to the sidebar, component, layouts, app, sidebar, and if auth user can role.view, if user has a role.view permission, or if user have a dot create permission, or user have a edit permission, or user has a role.delete permission, then and then this link able to see this. Okay, save it and go here. You can see that role module is not able to access, and user cannot see as well. Okay, same thing let me add for product, copy this, and instead of role I will just say product. Okay, @ and if. Okay, and save it. This is perfect. Okay, I can access it. You can see that users module still I can access because we haven't added a permission for users, but this is for example I want to show you. So if you want, then you can add the permission for it as well on Cedar for users, but for this example I haven't added. So yeah, this is the basic role and permission module. You can do much more thing from that composer package, and you can read the documentation. And at the end I will just say, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel for more videos about Laravel, and share with your friends. Thank you so much for watching guys. See you in the next video.